Hey everyone, here we are, lesson 10, level 6. We are choosing our own adventures by writing algorithms. So we did the fashion trends. Let's take a look at internet access. My guess it's probably going to be pretty similar to what we did, but we'll look over it, see what it asks us to do. So we are going to, number 1, we're going to write the get count by groups by group method to calculate and return a 1D array. So we are returning a 1D array containing the number of countries that are classified as high income, lower middle income, upper middle income, or other areas. So if the group equals these high incomes, we're going to do a 1 at index, or we're going to increment the value by 1. Increment by the next one by 1. It's exactly what we did. So let's take a look at the things that we have, but even looking at the tabs up here at the top, it looks pretty similar. So I think, I need to remember to do this so it's easier to read. So in the Theater Runner class, I have an array of country objects named countries. My guess is that these country objects are going to have a name and a group. So for example, Aruba, which is at index 0, is high income, where low income, on number 2, would be Afghanistan. So the Aruba country object would have the name Aruba and would be in the high income group. So not a big deal. Then of course there's the internet object that's for the drawing the scene, and we will be there in a second. Let's take a gander and look at the country class first. And so there it is. There's a name and a group. Both are strings, which means we are probably going to be using a dot equals method to check if things are equal here. Here is the constructor for a country object. And there's your get name and get group, so we will be using both of those. And here is the create countries method, which what this does is this creates this array of country objects. So that's what that creates. So the internet class requires this array, and that array is created down here in the create countries method. And I should spend a little time. I will make a video for these and go over those to help you guys out. So let's go to the internet class, and there is the constructor. We've got our private instance variable there. Here's our constructor, and then here is the getter method. We're probably going to, I don't know if we'll use that or not. We'll see. And then returning 1D array. Got it. So the groups are high income, low income, upper middle income. I guess low income is the other here. So I'm going to refer to it. I don't know if I want to use else or not. I should probably look at that. I'll look at what their answers are when I'm done. We'll take a gander at it and see what they do. See how if it compares to what we're doing. So we want to traverse the 1D array of countries. If the countries group equals high income, so we're not even comparing it to an input. Interesting. Else, so we are using else's. So we're going to use if-else commands. If-else commands. Got it. Or else-if commands. Not if-else commands. We're going to use else-if commands and then else's. So let's see. So we want to traverse the 1D array of countries. So I think we do need an empty array, and that is going to be an integer array. So I'm going to create this integer array, and I will call this new groups. I guess I should call it, I'll call it my groups. And this is a new integer array that has 4 empty spaces in it. Actually, they're not empty. What they are is it's a length of 4, but each element in the array is a 0. And so that's how we can increment. So let's use an enhanced for loop. I guess I could use, I could tell you what, I won't use an enhanced for loop here. I will use a traditional for loop since I used an enhanced for loop on the last one. So I will go for int I, not t, I equals 0, and I want I to be less than, and the name of that array is countries, so I want that to be less than the length of the country. I'll just do the old-fashioned way, length, and I want to increment that by 1 as I go through. And so what I want to do then, if I'm going to take the first element in this array, so if countries I want to get the group. I believe that's what it was. It was a get group. So if then I go dot get group. Now this is a string, so I need to use dot equals. So dot equals, and looking over on the left in my instructions, it's high income is what I want. So I'm going to dot equals high income. If that's the case, I want to take my groups array that I just created. I want my groups at index 0 to be incremented by 1. Else if, and I really kind of want this same thing again. I wonder if I can, like, what I want, I'll keep typing it. If countries, I wonder if there's an easier way I could have done this. If countries at I dot get group dot equals, and this is lower middle income, so I'll put that there. If that's the case, then I want my groups at index 1 to be incremented by 1. Then else if countries at index I again dot get groups equals upper middle income. Then I want to increment my groups at 2 by 1. And then I think all I have to do here is just to go an else statement. Not capital. Else, I think I just want to go my groups at 3 should be incremented by 1. So I think, as long as I didn't spell anything or miss any semicolons, I'm going to be okay. So the draw results method takes the results from up above. So we are going to have to call the count group method and then pass that in. So let's go to the theater runner. I have a scene object. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an int array again, because I kind of like that, called the results. And I want that to be equal to the scene internet object with a get count by groups, and that didn't take any arguments, did it? It did not take. There was no parameter being passed to it. So all right, so let's just put empty parentheses and we'll keep it like that. And then I want to go. I want to call my scene. I want to call scene, which is that internet object, and I'm going to draw the results. I always want, is it results or is it results? And I think all that took was, and it's results. It just takes my integer array. So it's all it's going to take is the results. So let's see how this goes. Let's take a gander at this and let me run it. And yeah, of course, not a surprise. If countries, oh, it's not get groups. I bet it's get group. Is that what it is? Get name, get group. Ah. Let's see if we can make this work. See if we can do this. Let's see, there's a shortcut here. I wonder if we can make this. Oh, so I only had a group in that last one. So let's see what happens. Scene get count by group. So get counts by group. So let's go here and we want to get counts by group. Stop and run. I am going to scream. Method get counts is of type int. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I bet I forgot to return statement. Let's go here. Did I forget? Yes, I forgot to do I need to return my groups. I left the null statement out. So my groups. So let's run it again. Stop and run. We're getting closer. Somewhere I still have in the theater runner on 17. Oh, did I not delete that? Wait a minute, what was it called? Is it called get counts by group? Oh, I have groups there, don't I? I have groups. Get counts by groups. So it's get counts by group. Let's see if it runs this time. Hooray! Hooray! So those are all of the groups. And again, the random color, we should probably fix that color. I will work on a video later explaining again. I want to explain the I want to explain this, like how they build this array, just to remind you how they do that. And I think I probably ought to go over the draw results method so we understand how that draw results method is working. All right, kids, these are long ones, but they're fun, and you're seeing me do my problem solving and troubleshooting in real time. So this is the first time I've just done this. So stick around. Oh, wait a minute. Let's run the test. Stick around, and were they all check marks? Of course they were. And so when you come back, we will try the valid credit cards next.